Okay, ladies. Well, first, happy Thursday. Happy June. Everybody excited for June? I mean, there's a lot happening, right? Have you all went and like looked at your reports and figured out how to master plan to finish Princess Court, National Courts, all the things? If you haven't, some I'm just going to tell you, if you'll take advantage, some people don't catch on to this. But if you will go look, I've been strategizing with a lot of consultants and I'm like, listen, you can hit with less of your monies
Do you
right
want to sit over here?
if you maximize with the 55% off, right? If those are the products you buy, and you can break them up and sell them however you want. But I mean, it's just smart business anyway. Girls, I made an extra $9,000 off the June promotion last year because I maxed out each set, what they did last year. And I went and did the math for my consultants for my first meeting, and I made an extra 9 grand. I thought it would last me all year, right? I would have plenty of skincare and all things. Say, nope, it lasts me till December. So if you're getting strategic for your new year, I don't know, anybody else's boss give them a nine or $10,000 raise this month? I'm just saying. I mean, if you look at it smartly, that's what's happening. So we had a little change in schedule today. Jen Carr is a very dear friend of mine. She had a little hiccup thing she had to deal with today. So you get me today. And I'm going to teach on, so grab pen and paper, something I've been doing. Some people are like, how do you keep up with all your people? How do you remember to get full service customers, right? We want full business. Hold on. Someone's blowing up my phone. I want to make sure it's not them trying to get in. There we go. Okay, they're fine. I always worry about that at this time. So if you're new to this group, no, there's a Facebook group called Lunch and Learns. You want to join that because I'm recording this and then we will put it on YouTube for people who don't have social media that they can still watch it. So you're allowed to pass this on to anybody you want. I love seeing faces on the camera. Thank you for being on. I love that. Love interaction. And so I'm going to go kind of through it, but it's going to kind of help you. I don't care if you're a director. I don't care if you're a national. I don't care if you're a brand new consultant. The ink is wet. This will help you. So do we ever like kind of get going like, man, I forgot to do this with this person. Or I forgot to do this at this appointment. I forgot to do this. So this system has kept me from doing that. So my goal is to be their cosmetic person head to toe. In one phrase, I always ask everybody when they become a customer of mine is, what would I have to do to get all of your cosmetic business? Have you ever asked any of your customers that? Because they might buy a few things from you and then they might, I don't know, buy body lotion from Walmart, right? And sometimes they just don't know we have all the things we have. Sometimes that's it. And so that is getting to know them and how they like to be serviced. So my beautiful friend, Susan Shaw, created this amazing graphic and it's called Star Service. And I will attach it to the recording in the comments when we get it up in the next few days. Okay. But the first thing I want to tell you is you have to be strategic. One thing that is natural for me is time management. I probably get done by 10 o'clock what some people get done all day. It just comes naturally to me. It just does. Okay. But I have gotten smart because I felt like people are slipping through the cracks. Anybody else feel like that? And when that happens, what's happening is you're working way harder than you need to. Do you know you could have 40 solid customers if you got them head to toe and you would do national quarter sales? 40, not 400, 40. So when I heard that years ago, I was like, my friend Brenda, I was like, okay, there's something I'm missing, right? So I kind of went back to this. So these are a couple things I want you just to jot down before I go through what I do with my customers. I don't know how you track your people, if they're in a notebook, if they're on my customers and you print that list off. So mine are in my customers. So at the end of June, like the last few days of June, I will print my new my customers list of people off, right? Then I also have what I call my brain book, and it has like, if I handed out a sample or something, like they're not a customer yet, right? I haven't met with them yet, but I have those lists of leads, right? And so that will kind of they'll go together. But one thing I do first is have you picked your 3 working times for your week. Now, I do realize that we all have families or jobs or I don't know, things we're part of. So if you've never done that, the first thing you have to do is throughout your month, if your week changes week to week, where are your 3 working times? You will need to have them highlighted. Because here's the thing, do I just call and schedule anytime willy-nilly with my hairdresser? No. I can't say, girl, I'm singing the grave, get me in tomorrow. My lady is so good. She is booked out forever. So guess what? Every time I sit with her, I book my next 2 or 3 appointments out. Do your customers do that with you? They should. They should see you 4 times a year. They should have a relook or whatever, right? So I pick my 3 working times and I highlight them. It should never be like, girl, if I don't know, if Connie asked me right now, Jenny, come over here. I have 5 girls who can show up tonight. We're gonna do glamour. I could grab my bags and walk out that door. Like, are you prepped? I have everything. I know what I'm gonna do at a glamour class. I know what I can skincare ready. I mean, I'm packed and ready and I can roll. And I know what I'm doing tonight. So it's okay if it looks different every week, but you need to know, and it could be more than 3 times, but you should have 3 income producing times. Girl, that is not watching a video, not listening to some audio, motivational tape. It's not playing around in any of, I don't know, Aaron Marlowe's graphics or anything like that. It's income producing times. You need to block in your schedule. I need you to know this before you, because your business is going to grow rapidly when I give you this. Okay. You need to have this organized and you need to be ready for this because it'll go fast. From 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., that is when you can research. You can, I don't know, do your artsy fartsy cards to say thank you or whatever you're doing, right? It can be to go watch a video, learn how to do something. It can be MKU on InTouch. That is not income producing time. That's when you probably shouldn't be calling people, right? Kind of turn it off like, probably shouldn't call it that time. So that is when you do those things. During the day, it's income producing. So when I say 3 working times, I mean, girl, you are putting product on faces. You are talking to them about the opportunity. You are building a customer or a team member, right? That is, so there's income producing activity sheets out there all over. If you're like, what counts as income producing? Go look. Okay. I promise you, you'll have them. So I believe in the rule 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 300. So it's not just a 3 plus 3 plus 3. It's 4 3s and a 300. Okay. So every week, my goal is to put product on 3 faces. So basically, well, not 3 faces, 3 appointments, right? I'm going to do 3 sharings. Guess what, girls? It can be the same people at the appointment. I mean, multitask. That's what I did in DIQ and when I was a consultant. I was taught anytime you're in front of a face, you share the opportunity. And now listen, I do want to give you something, and some directors are going to get really mad when I say this. They're probably going to beat me. I earned my Cadillac not doing parties. And I know some of you are going to cringe, but here's what I did do. I still saw 9 to 12 faces a week. I'm really gifted in one-on-one or double facials. Like I can sell more at that than I can at a party. That is not a good thing. I'm just telling you, I don't know. Okay. So just know it doesn't matter what that looks like. You might have 5 appointments a week, right? Depending on the poor part is that you see 9, 12 faces a week. I don't care how you do it, however it fits in your schedule, if some's at work or whatever, just do the faces, okay? Your 300 in sales are going to come from that appointment, right? The other 3, sorry, it's 3 3s and a 300 because Mary Kay is 3 plus 3 plus 3. We know that 3 appointments, 3 shares, 300 sales. You should get 3 referrals from every appointment. And you might start, the thing you need to know is you can start 1 plus 1 plus 1, right? Plus 100 when you're build it, girl. Where that you're confident, do that. That's better than doing nothing. Start there and then you'll build up to that, okay? But that's where you want to get. When people ask me, how did I earn this car? I mean, in 1 year, I earned 3 cars. Literally, I would pick one up and earn that car that day and go to the next level. 3 months later, I pick up another car, go to the next one. And it's when I started doing that, I'm like, well, that's not very many hours a week. So when we tell you, if you work smart and get good with multitasking and time management, you can literally do this business with 10 to 12 hours a week and earn a car and become a director. There's no reason not to, especially how we get to work now. Okay. Plan a monthly sales or your own, once a month, you should be your own hostess. Have you considered that? You create the fun event that all your VIP people get to come to. Give a gift that only, like, it is exclusive. I'm doing fancy feet and pedicures and Las Vegas legs. So we're doing fancy Las Vegas legs and fancy feet. Everyone, someone with the hairiest legs this weekend will win. It's the best Hawaiian outfit. I have gifts for my people, but not just anybody gets to come to that. I make it exclusive. My VIP people get invited because I give away $200 in free product at that once a month event. So just know, if you're trying to generate business, that's one place you can start. Invite all your people to you, just like you would an open house. So if you're going to do, like, I'm already prepping for July, what I kind of want to do. I'm going to do an epic selling event at Power Day in July, or to have the postcards made. Like, plan ahead is what I'm telling you, because I'm going to show you some things here in a minute. I want you thinking of that. Something too to kind of prep yourself is your reorder bags. Like, I put candy in there. I put a little motivational quote. I have girls, it's just a strip piece of paper. And every month is some sort of special, like June's is blank. If you buy, I don't know, blank amount. And I'm going to tell you, when they launched the 55% off, I did not put those cards on anything because I'm doing different sales. I just didn't know that prior. But like last month, if they booked a facial with me, they got 15% off. And they get this little tag that attaches to their sales ticket, along with my little motivation card, little love card. I put candy in there, and I put a sample. Anyone I hand my business card to, a sample to, got their information, I have a notebook that I keep track of them in. Because the goal would be, it should all be in one notebook, just so you know, like one brain book to keep your life simple, where your calendar is. I mean, I could have my brain book, girls, and be on a deserted island and still become a national. Like, I could probably save the world with that brain book. Everything's in one spot. I don't need to search anywhere. I don't have five. You women that have calendars in 4 spots amaze me. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you have 4 different working calendars. I am too ADD for that. Like, I could not do that. Everything's got to be in one spot. I'm just in awe when people are like, well, this is my family one. This is one. I'm like, no, girls, got to all be in one. Okay, so that's some tidbits on that. So star service. Every month, at the end of the month, I print my list off. And I don't care if you need to highlight or use different colors for whatever triggers your brain. But I look at each customer and I ask myself all these questions. So you're going to write these down. And it's kind of fun. Just, S stands for this, whatever. But I ask myself, have I done this with each customer? If you have 5 customers, you probably still haven't done everything you're supposed to do with them. This is going to shock you. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter how good you are, right? School's never out for pros. We'll forget. I literally just came from a mother-daughter because they're trying a new skincare appointment. Good grief. Didn't even book their color appointment. Talked, got the gabbing. I had a great time because that's me. I like to relate. We had fun. Gave them some presents. Loved on them. Came home like, oh, for crying out loud. I did not even book them for glamour. Like, I need to see them. But I'm going to deliver her product. So guess what I'm going to do? Say, hey, girl, when can I come see you in a couple weeks, right? I'm going to see you again. Okay, anyway. So don't panic if you're like, Jenny, I don't have any customers. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you only had 3. When I give you this, it will start growing quickly. You don't have to go to 20,000 vendor events and work smart, girls. You can get leads everywhere. Oh, that's the other thing. I do believe in having 3 ways that you get leads funneled into you. One, like my one big way is my gym. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm at the gym a lot every day, and that's one resource. Some of you might be getting referrals at your parties. That should be one, right? We're getting 3 referrals at every appointment, right? Facial or party. It could be facial boxes. It could be at your church, whatever. Just think of 3 resources. It could be events right now. A lot of people doing farmers markets, vendor events, whatever. You just got to have leads coming in. Okay, the S stands for has she sampled our skincare? The first thing you should do with everybody is skincare. Now, many of you, just like me, will get a customer, someone referred and said, hey, I need a mascara. My goal is still to offer. And girls, you have to get creative on that. Sometimes they won't sit down for a facial. Why can you not put a sample in her bag and say, girl, will you try this a couple times? And I make a little note in my notebook, right? My sample spot. And I make reference to that so I remember to follow up. 99% of the problem why you're not growing in your business is you're not following up. You're handing things out, you're getting names, and you'll sit. I don't know why women covet these containers full of names. They like covet it like they got it. I'm like, well, girl, I'm not doing anything with them. And it'll say, well, then I wouldn't have any leads. What? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And I hear it all the time. I don't want to call them because then I won't have my leads. I'm supposed to have leads. Girl, I'm going to say, you're doing that and that's not fair. You advertise yourself to get that lead a certain way. And now you've just now made her not feel important enough for you to call her. That is not okay. Not okay. So I want you to think there's a million ways. Some will sit down with you and try the skincare. Some will not. I put it in their bag. It's not a big deal. Some might have to mail, whatever. But I ask myself, is she on her skincare? Does she use any skincare, right? T stands for, has she tried our glamour? Now listen to me, you're gonna say, oh, my girl never does glamour. Glamour looks different to everybody. It could be a bronzer. And here's the other part to that. In that second appointment that I do with someone, if they're like their religion or something like that doesn't let them wear glamour, that is where I introduce more supplements. It can literally be a supplement appointment. It could be more mask. It can be the clinical solutions. It can be whatever. Whatever it is, it does not matter. She's bought the skincare. You should be seeing her face in 2 weeks and make sure she's on the right formula, is doing what it's supposed to do. I tell them I only guarantee their appointment. I tell them, there's a guarantee on our product. I just need to book your follow-up appointment for that. That's all I say. Oh, sorry, I've got to mute somebody. That's all I say. They booked their second appointment. And then, right? Do this, then we do this. A stands for, is she aware of our body line, like our body care line and our fragrances? And again, a million ways to do that. Like I'm doing my Las Vegas Legs Fancy Feet. Guess what they're all going to learn about this weekend? But when I look at each name, like I have this list printed off and I'm going to ask myself all these questions with each customer. And I just write by her name what I still need to do. Now, am I going to take her that month and do 12 things with her? No. One step at a time. But guess what I'm doing with this? Getting her full circle and full body customer. Wide and deep. Because I promise you're working too hard. R, is it time for her to reorder? Is she someone I gave a sample to and she just needs to reorder? Or should she be low on her eye makeup remover or whatever? Could she take advantage of the monthly sale that you created? Whatever that is, if you create a sale on skincare, you better be looking up all the tags on your customers and see who's on skincare, right? Those are definitely people. And listen to me, not posting on Facebook. Oh my God, I'm so irritated with that. I love social media. It is the icing on the cake. This is going to hurt feelings. Pick up the God blessing it phone and call people. You know how people ignore email forever and then we text them? They ignore text messages like they used to ignore emails. Call them. You can text, you can post on social media, but if you call them, and I said, hey, Sandy, with the products that you use, I have a VIP special for you that could save you tons. Just when you get a quick minute, girl, text me or call me or let me know when's the best time to reach out. Click. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. S, have you shared the opportunity? And sometimes they've been to a meeting, they've been to like my event I'm doing this weekend. But listen to me. Here's what counts. One, she has to be 18 or older. Not, hey, I think you'd be great at Mary Kay. That's not sharing an opportunity. Her hearing your eye story is not sharing. I tell my girls, what did she like best about Mary Kay? When girls tell me they share the opportunity, this is what I ask them, and this is how I know if they heard it or not. Tell me, Because you should be having a conversation, right? Asking questions. That's a whole other training. But I ask her, what did she like best? Were there any product suggestions? Was there anything that she thought, Mary Kay should change this? What personality traits would make her great at? What did she think she brought to the table? And why does she think people do Mary Kay? Because if they can't tell me, I said, why did she sign up? What was her answer? Did she want to sign up or does she want to do a party first? If someone can't answer that to me, that's not a share. You didn't share with her. All you did was plant a seed, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to layer, but I'm just saying that's what a share is, because there should never be a recruiting situation. I don't believe in those. Because any of you could go to my customer base and say, I'm going to win my car with one more team member. They would not recruit with you. You want to know why? Because I tell them, I make it my policy to share the opportunity with everyone that is my customer and buys product with Mary Kay, because I cannot make an executive decision on your life. I'm not qualified to do that. So I'm just going to let you know some quick things. And if you have more questions, let me know. I'll leave you with some more literature and we can talk more. But it's my policy, and I want to make sure I'm not making a decision for you. I share with everyone because I'm not qualified. E, has she attended a fun event? Maybe you do the virtual bingo Zooms, or you do something at your house, or have you taken her to show her off? Not that you want her to meet your director, or her to meet your national or your best friend director. You want them to meet her. When you invite someone to something like that, I say, girl, I want my national to meet you. You're my fave. I love your guts. They are the special person. Has she registered on my website? I want to make sure, she knows she has access to some things. And some people won't because, they don't do any computer stuff. I know that. But I figured that out, right? Okay, V is for virtual. If you have any social media, is she in your Facebook group? Your email. Does she know about the apps? The Mirror Me, Skin Analyzer? Have you shown her those things? Because for some people that are busy and can't do a facial, they can do that Skin Analyzer app and you can provide the samples. Sorry, girls, had a good drink. Okay, what can I do to improve her Mary Kay experience? And that's what I tell her. I am here to be your one-stop shop. What can I do to make this better for you and make sure that I support you in all your cosmetic needs? I would love all your cosmetic business. And then C is, can I connect with her, like a special promotion? Or, sometimes we have those people are like, gosh, if she would just, sometimes we're trying to, there's a million different ways to create things, but I love this. Like, can it be a promotion, customer, a thank you card? I still handwrite cards. I handwrite them to my unit every week. I do 10 cards. Literally, thank you for being my customer, whatever. It's not even printed and then I just make copies of it. It's handwritten. And then E, is she enrolled in my preferred customer program? And with that, ladies, do you follow up? Hey, you should be getting your book. I play a little game. Hey, you should be getting your book in your mouth. It's always something with the page that the sample's on, right? But I'll say a phrase. Can you find this phrase or something like that? The first one wins a gift or whatever. I get them to engage in that. And that is star service. If you ask yourself all these questions on each customer, I promise you right now, you'll be like, I don't need no more leads. I got to handle my business in front of me. You print that off and you start going through there like, holy moly, half my people haven't ever seen glamour. They don't know we have mascara. Some don't even know we have body care fragrance. I mean, you have enough appointments in business, I promise you, in the business you have right now. It's there. You have it. And so sometimes we panic, like, we got to get more, not that you shouldn't be. Yes, get those, but you probably have enough business in your 10 people on your contact list because we want them full circle. And they won't do all the things, and that's okay. But had they had the choice to do all the things, right? Have you done your job as a consultant where you know why you couldn't recruit my people? Because I've done star service with all of them. And I always tell them, girl, if you ever did Mary Kay with somebody else, like when I share, you just let me know if anything ever changes. Because if I ever lost you to somebody else, it'd break my heart. So I just want you to know I don't show up at an event one day and see you somewhere. I mean, I would love you to do Mary Kay, but just let me know. I want you to be part of my team. And I don't ever want to be pushy. I just want you to know this is an exclusive club, but I'm inclusive. So I include all my people, right? So there's always a conversation that will connect that. And each time you build that, if you do star service with them, they are so committed to you. They are so loyal to you. They're going to refer you to all their friends. All of a sudden, the floodgates open up. You start doing this, it'll be like business upon business. Sometimes you'll see the same person 3 times in 1 month. She'll say, oh gosh, she hasn't done any of this. So you'll book one, and then you look at the list before she gets to your house, like, oh, I got to do this next with her. You go to the next thing. Then when you meet with her again, you go to the next thing, right? You don't do all the things. You just start with one and then build on what you need to do next. And every month I print that list off and I do the same thing because I will forget, just like I did with my glamour. I forgot to ask her about a glamour appointment. Good grief. What is wrong with me? Well, I was just thinking, get home. Had to do this. So I just wasn't, sometimes we just get talking and yakking, and I just love her guts. And we just got talking and got sidetracked. So that's my training for you today. And what I have found keeps people from slipping through the cracks, because people tell me all the time, listen, your fortune's in a follow up. Some people are like, oh gosh, I don't know. They bought a roll-up bag and never bought anything again, or they bought a cleanser. I never heard from them again, or what am I? Well, have they heard from you? It's not their job, right? It's not our job to let Target know we need stuff. It's Target's job to let us know things are happening that's in their store and invite us in. Okay, any questions or anything you girls need clarification on, or always want to leave a couple of minutes for that real quick. And you're probably muted, so you'll have to unmute if you have a question.
Jennifer,
Yes.
those points are good because I know that sometimes we get a customer and you sell them something and you never ever talk to them again or see them again. And so these do help to be able to keep track. And sometimes I get names and forget or don't remember or don't call the people. And so I'm happy to have a little bit of a system to help me out better. So thank you.
And every appointment, I send them a thank you note. Sometimes, oh, here's another little thing. I'll just take my phone, do like a little 30-second video, and I'll say, girlfriend, thank you so much for meeting with me this week. I adore you. And I'll send that. That doesn't take any time at all. They love seeing your face and hearing your voice.
Jen, one of the things that I like best about what you talked about was, hitting on questions. And I missed the first question that you asked, but I can always go back and watch it again if you don't remember. But I just really love working on the art of asking questions. And so, just things like, what does she like best about Mary Kay? Do you know why, how Mary Kay women make their money, or why they come into the business? What?
Is that what you meant when we're the questions that I always ask, like if they've heard the information about Mary Kay?
Yeah, and then one of the questions you asked at the very beginning was something like, how can I, this isn't what you said, but how can I get you using head to toe products?
When someone is like buying and they're going to become my customer, I'll say, friend, what can I do to get all of your cosmetic business?
That was it.
Because it does take questions. And some is simply like, girl, you got it. Great. Guess what that does? It keeps us from thinking what? We're pushy. And then if I have a sale on body care, well, sister just said she wants all my I can have all her business. I'm gonna let her know. I don't know if you need body care. Don't feel obligated, but having this happen right now.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I loved your star service breakdown. Thank you for that. And what a great reminder, and also something that would be wonderful to review with all of our consultants, right? But I had a question. You talked, when you first got on, you talked about the strategy of getting the consultant, or maybe a consultant, to reach like the Princess Court with the 55%, or I would love to know. I have a consultant that is at 17,760 retail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to figure out, I don't know why I'm blanked on this, but I'm trying to figure out how would you break that down for her, in that it would cost her less
Yes.
based
So,
on all of the 55% product purchase, right? Is that
well, yes, the best
Yeah.
way I've been doing it, friends, because people are visual, is I'll get them on Zoom or something if I can. I take over the screen, and now I've done the math. 20,000 minus the 17, whatever, right?
Yeah,
That's what they need retail. So they
Yeah.
need half of that in wholesale, correct?
right.
But they don't. So we write those
Right.
numbers down. So I'll tell them our focus is the retail. Whatever it say, it's 3,000. Okay. Well,
So
I
it's
get on there.
2240. It's 2240 if I were to.
2240. So I get on there and I open their name up and I just start putting those 55% off until our retail hits that number.
So you're
And
doing
then
an
they see
order
their
with her.
wholesale, right? And it's way less. It's not
Yeah.
the $1,100, right? It's probably gonna be
Right.
9 something or whatever.
Right.
So I just focus on the retail and I show them that. Because depending on which sets they want, right? They might get more eyes or more time lapse or what, but I just start filling their cart.
Oh, that's
Only the
cool.
55% off.
Yeah.
Or you can do the order, screenshot it, right?
Yeah.
Send them a picture. Hey girl, if you did this, you're done. It costs you less money.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh no, I love that idea, Jennifer. That's clever. I didn't even think of that. I mean, other than giving her the numbers, or show, we'd
Yeah.
have to calculate it. And I mean,
Yeah.
we'd have to put it on paper.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that math. That hurts my head. So
Yeah.
I just go in there and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because I finished triple court. And so for my national court, I was like, wait a minute, it won't cost me as much. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to make sure I buy those things. Boom, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Love that.
saved me, I don't know, a few $100 actually, I think. I don't know, $200-300. So
Yeah.
it makes a difference.
It's worth it. Definitely. Thank you.
Yes.
Any words of wisdom to the people that are finishing star in the next 2 days? I have one person that's about 700 away, and so it's a real stretch for her. I mean,
Well,
we've got all kinds of ideas out there, I know.
she needs to call. Do Christmas in June, and she needs to call her best people and not. Yes, you can post it everywhere. Yes, you can text people. You can email. I'm not saying I do all the things, right? They're getting it. I even created a video like on Zoom, put it on YouTube, and it was me telling my customers, if every one of my customers bought one item, my goal is to sell 10,000 retails a month. If every one of my customers bought one item, doesn't matter what it is, I did it in my head thinking one eyeshadow, right? I did a video. There's something about it. They hear you and see you. So you could do it really quick in 30 seconds on your phone and send it to everybody that way. It's different, but I did a quick video. That's what they saw on social media. Hey, my goal's this, but I called people. Hey girl, I don't know if you saw my special, but I thought of you because you use blank. This would be a good time to stock up on your skincare. I mean, for us, it's smart for us. I told my consultants, why are you not buying 12 of your skincare sets as a 3-year shelf span? But we're not guaranteed they're going to do this every June. What if they don't? And not that you can't sell those, but at least get your own cheaper. I mean, that's not rocket science. Save. Anybody else? These are great questions. I love them. Well, I hope that helped everybody today. And I'll get the recording out, and that way you'll have it, and I'll attach my graphic that I have for that. I'll attach it in the comments with it so you have it. That way you'll be good to go. Thank you, ladies, for being on today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great Thursday.
Same to you. Bye-bye.